Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Mount Kenya is turning rebellious. And what is worrying is that it is too early to rebel, but too late to think about what former President Uhuru Kenyatta got right. I have been speaking to some people, and now I understand that it's true that former President Uhuru Kenyatta, after leaving presidency, decided to leave Mount Kenya to go and stay in Narok because he wanted to watch from the tower. And I'm saying that it seems the voices of rebellion, the Unga revolution, seems to be building and boiling from the top of the mountain, flowing to the rest of the country. Welcome to the Bold Analysis. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. Thank you very much for your support. Those who've been supporting this channel, I want to take this opportunity to thank you in a special way. And of course, my deep condolences to the family of Sam Ochola. Sam Ochola was our subscriber here. And of course, one of my circles for peer analysis, and to the Fraternity of Kenya National Museums. May God comfort you. Guys, Biashara Ward MCA Elijah Njoroge, who sent shocking waves to William Ruto by winning against UDA Euphoria in Gatundu North as an independent candidate, is the man at the center of Mount Kenya Unga rebellion. He floored Wanjiku Kibe, who was vying on Jubilee, and UDA candidate Francis Kigu came distance third, trying to go to eighth using the UDA Euphoria. And Gatundu North, which is former President Uhuru Kenyatta's village, is one of the places that was worst hit by the drought. And so the MP is on record in a video that I want to share with you, donating unga to the people. I have watched the video of the area MP donating unga to the residents in Kiambu. Women and young people saying they are angry, saying they are lacking. So that I want you to watch that video, and critical aspect, pay attention to some few things. Look at the body language of the people that are receiving, the zeal and their desperation. Look at the size. Wanapewa unga ngapi, want to look at that. And again, you also listen to a bit of that environment. And you'll really give you, because from that, I will try to answer those few questions. But then, watch that video here.
Mama wa hapa wasiharibiwe jina kwa sababu huyo ni kuja kutoka mahali kwingine. Iko na njaa Gatundu North. Na tunataka kazi. Tunataka makazi, hakuna kazi. Hata wamama wengine hakuna kazi, iko na watoto hakuna kazi, tunatabika sana. Tutafanya nini? Tunaomba wa serikali tusaidie na chakula na tupatie makazi.
Iko na njaa sana. Watoto iko na njaa sana. Lakini tunabarikiwa, tunaomba tubarikiwe, Mungu atusaidie. Tunakulaga ngima maliho ukiona vizuri akapana ni akula na meno Migima tu na malipo na kamchele na mchele. Hiyo inakosa. Anakosa. Hapa iko jaa, hapa mali iko jaa. Na wamama wengi iko na watoto na fana wesa kasi tunarara jaa na sisi wana iko na kitu ya kula na tutile na ndo mage tutaibia.
That video points out some issues some aspects that I want us just to do a recap a bit. This event was coordinated by the chiefs. I think if you've seen that video, you've even seen the chiefs attending it. If that donation was political, it was not just a donation by the area member of parliament, then you will see more police presence. But the presence of the chief there tells you that when you see provincial administration coming in, it must have had the blessings of the office of the president. The provincial administration runs, the orders are coming from, they are actually the eyes of the president on the ground. And I'll not be shocked that that event or that donation could just be explaining or rather revealing what will be other behind the scene strategies by the government of the day to please Mount Kenya. I have watched the kind of desperation displayed in their faces. And that woman there saying, we need jobs. Our children don't have jobs. And everyone was there. It looks like a campaign period. You might even confuse it by a campaign, that it's a campaign rally. An independent member of parliament is doing something on the ground, even though I know that he's a person who, if you read his profile, you realize, Wanaita Kahura, you realize that he's one who is a politician who has been very popular. He was actually an MCA. And these are the people that chased Waititu from the office when he was as a chief whip. From that video, I can tell you one thing, that Mount Kenya is hurting. And not just Mount Kenya, the whole country is hurting. The biggest blow and the tragedy that the President William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua might face is a rebellion that can start from the mountain. If Gema is very delicate, Gema betrayed Uhuru Kenyatta, one of their sons. And so if Gema decides to turn their back on William Ruto, I am telling you, William Ruto will have to forget about another term. Because they're the people, I think in this election, it is that region that shaped our politics. Raila banked there for a better part of his campaigns. He got a chunk of support from that place for the first time. William Ruto became president because of their full support from the mountain. And when that place starts rebelling, that will be the end of it. And that is why I can tell you that William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are so much keen on what exactly will happen there. But let me tell you, the mountain is rebelling. The mountain is rebelling. Before the end of this month, I will be in Nyeri. And I've been receiving guys telling me, Kevin, come to Nyeri. I want you to go and talk to the people and know what the people are saying. By the way, we really want to know, Jackie, we want to know what the people are saying. You will be shocked at what the people are saying in the communities. One of the best things I normally like is talking to the people. I really like that. You really get raw data. You get bold and cut. They will hurt. There is a problem. And the problem here is this. William Ruto's activism, opposition of Uhuru Kenyatta, publicly is actually hurting this country. Kenya Kwanza, good enough they have sworn in the cabinet, so we will expect a lot of consultation in some of these decisions, collective responsibility. But William Ruto made decisions, some of which are not even on merit, are not well thought. but with just one intention to oppose what Uhuru Kenyatta did. Because according to them, Uhuru Kenyatta was a problem. So it's something that really needs to be checked in carefully. And I will tell you the real problem, why the mountain will rebel. And this is the reality, that someone around State House who have the luxury of advising William Ruto should know. Population in Mount Kenya is overstretching the resources and the opportunities. That's it. It's as straight as 1, 2, 3. And so that is one thing that former President Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to solve through the BBI. Even if you want to give the scholarships, you want to give the CDF, the population in Kiambu, that's the largest county, na kila mtu anapokea the same. That's it. So the number of the scale, a ratio that will support, if you are to take 10 million and share equally in these constituencies, into different constituencies, you will get to understand that the population in some places are higher than others. So resources cannot be felt. And this is it. Because of the high population, it's only the few that are privileged to close to power that will most likely benefit. And so I listened to William Ruto saying how people are going to fill his campaign pledges. Filling campaign pledges will only have a good impact on Mount Kenya if it is upscaled. But Mount Kenya, a few people are going to benefit simply because the numbers are high. They were giving, wakipeana hizo unga, they were giving 2 from the start, if you follow. But somewhere it changed and now they were giving 1 because the numbers are high. It's not only that place. So it has to be solved. This is a problem that was postponed through from the BBI when an opposition was created and all the narratives thrown on its way. But in the fullness of time, that is the reality. Whether you're going to solve it through a constitutional review or something, but you must face that one. Now, President William Ruto is creating this rebellion for one thing. He is destroying youth stimulus programs. These youth stimulus programs were actually giving people handy jobs. That woman is saying in the clip that hatuna kazi, watoto wetu hawana kazi. I want to ask a question. The kazi mtaani, it was being criticized that it is degrading the value of a hustler. But didn't we say that kazi ni kazi? What happened to kazi ni kazi? Because now we are saying we are stopping kazi mtaani, hiyo kazi sasa kufagia barabara, but we told people kazi ni kazi. That's what we said. What happened? And look at that Josh there. Huyo unajua kazi mtaani anaweza fanya, but mjengo hawezi. Apparently, we were told kazi mtaani is being replaced by affordable housing, which is going to employ many people. Affordable housing is going to help the rural hustler. It's not going to help the urban hustler. And that's it. The rural hustler is being left out. The stimulus programs was actually injecting money in the pockets of the rural hustler. And this is the truth. The 500 that they were receiving, whether mtu alikuwa anaenda kukunywa nayo pombe ama anaenda kununua unga, someone was doing business, that money was still circulating in the economy. The same way the affordable housing money is going to circulate in the economy. What are we really talking about? So we are destroying these stimulus programs, and the stimulus programs like that of Kazi Mtaani, there was Ajira, there was quite some few that were there. These stimulus programs were actually helping the rural economy. And that is what is happening in Mount Kenya. I can tell you that Mount Kenya benefited from Kazi Mtaani. Walikuwa wengi sababu, challenge me. It was really effective. So someone is getting something wrong. And this is the other thing that you can look at it. The Hustler Fund will most likely go to expenditure. Oh, I should say that one, pole pole. The Hustler Fund will go to expenditure. I am telling you this. The idea is we give people loans to do businesses. The people we are giving, the people that grow from with loans in businesses is not the hustler that was defined. I once analyzed about an undefined hustler. The people that benefit are the people that take 500,000, 1 million loans. But giving someone at 5,000 shillings, ataenda to spend to the expenditure, and this is the risk. That circle will not complete. He will go back to factory settings. Borrow again, complain, fail to pay, get another blacklist, not get the second round, and so the hustle will just be a one-off token. Being given, they take it, they don't pay it, and after buying unga, they buy unga, wengine wanakunywa nao pombe inaisha, they go back to factory settings. But that, their data and their debt profile is kept. Even if they are not in some blacklist, but they are somewhere they cannot be given loan because they fail to pay. We will still be in this problem. And so, the tokenism is no longer sustainable. And the blunder was actually telling people the big problem was that your poverty problem can be solved overnight. A messiah, me giving you Hustler Fund is going to solve. There was a lot of finality, and the messaging in Mount Kenya was very dangerous. We actually gave people false hope. Told people this is going to happen. This is going to be it. It's not. It's not even there. And the tragedy here is Gachagwa's Mount Kenya activism seems to have been suppressed. He's no longer talking about Mount Kenya, not even in social media. He's no longer talking about Mount Kenya because he's been told, boss, hii deputy president position si ya Mount Kenya, hii ni ya nchi mzima. Na hatuna pesa ya kufanya hizo vitu nafikiri tutafanya. So, that's it. With them, with the political UDA leadership in Mount Kenya not getting a very strong stake in getting priorities and favors from government, then what was their way, the relationship with the president will honestly go down. And I can promise you this. With Mount Kenya Rebellion, Ruto should just be ready to pack and go after 2027. It will not be business as usual. It will not take who is in candidate. But people will actually vote against William Ruto. Not even vote for the opponent, but vote against. The scenario is people abstain from the ballot, and the few that turn up vote for the opponent. And that's the end of the story. I don't know what you think, guys. That's my bold take.